and others that make you feel sad. Na ukisikia kidogo gospel haingiani, you can always give it a thumbs down. Okay? Now, without any further ado, ladies and gentlemen, I'm thinking we are good to start. This is a good forum to get started. And in today's session, we are talking about content creation. How many guys here? Wangapi hapa hivi? How many people over here are content creators? I'd like to know anyone here. How many people are actually content creators? I want to know who is a content creator. Anyone? Nani haswa is a content creator here? And be very honest. Be very honest. Usituchoche utuambie wewe ni content creator na wewe labda ni wale wase binary bot. Yeah? You're always going to find some characters calling themselves content creators, but at the end of the day, ni wakora bin wakora. All right? So anyway, I just want to welcome you to today's session where we will be talking about content creation. And content creation is something I tend to think that can actually probably improve your business. It can also improve your career. How many people are from LinkedIn over here? Wangapi wametoka from LinkedIn? If you're from LinkedIn, yeah, kuna mtu anasema I am an upcoming content creator. Godha tena. Quick question. Godha, I want us to be honest. The last time I checked, and it is not being biased, Godha ni underwear, right? If the last time I checked, Godha ni underwear. And I still don't understand how it is possible that as Kenyans we can take Godha to yeke tena, such that if someone, I've never even understood what Godha tena. Anyway, it is content creation. All right. The last time I checked, Godha was underwear. But anyway, still very, very okay. Nasikia Godha tena nowadays is a greeting. So anyway, we have to follow the flow. All right. Someone is saying that it means select Elvis. Godha na. Oh, kuna Ngodha. Oh, me now. Oh, okay. So one guy is saying, let me just write it down for you. Kuna jamaa kwa hapa anasema si Godha. Anasema it is Ngodha is the underwear. All right. Anasema Ngodha is the underwear. And then Godha. What does this Godha mean? I just want to understand. Hii Godha inamaanisha nini? Godha. Anyone in the chat section? Kenudhias yutuambie ati kugonga. Gota. Yeah. Someone is saying, another person is saying kugonga. Yeah. Oh, ni kusalimia. Oh, Godha tena. Godha tena. Who is this musician who created this thing? Juu mimi si radi, you know, in as much as we are saying that sijui nini. Mi nasikianga tu watu wakisema Godha tena. I'm like, hey, okay, what is that? Mimi mwenyewe sijai salimia mtu Godha tena, but at the end of the day, anyway, it's 7:39 p.m. Thank you for joining in today's session. I just want to introduce myself. My name is Elvis. Most of you guys actually probably know me from TikTok. I think a good number of you also try and know me from munanijulia wapi, by the way. Labda wewe ni neighbor yangu nasikianga every time niki-create content and you don't tell me. Yeah? In the chat section of this particular session, you tell us, where have you joined from? Umepata information TikTok? Umepata Facebook? Someone is saying we are all confused. What's up? Facebook, TikTok. Okay, good one. That is amazing to have you here. Today we're in a serious discussion on content creation, and we're going to be talking about content creation just to make it like a topic of discussion today. How many people know a friend of a friend, or you know a friend who is a content creator? How many people know anyone? Hata kama neighbor yako ni content creator, anashindanga akienda live 24/7. Anyone? How many people have friends, or probably you have relatives, or even probably you have people who are content creators? And when I say content creators, I mean content creators, yeah? On a real sense also, kuna watu wengine si content, yao si content. So I'm just saying content creators, yeah? If you have anyone who is a content creator, okay. Yeah? Kuna mtu anasema, my neighbor sings all night on TikTok. That's interesting, yeah? How many people have neighbors wenye wanakuanga live TikTok saa 8 usiku, oh, gift me a gift, you, oh, please give me a jumper, and then they start screaming. I actually once lived in an apartment yenye hata si apartment, wacha niite tu plot juu ni plot yenye siku hizi we have to call it a spade, we have to call a spade, not a nini. I was living in a plot where there's a lady who used to go to, by then saa yenye TikTok gift me a gift you, when ilikuwa imechacha, she used to spend like close to an entire night live on TikTok akisema tap tap the screen, and I have never understood hiyo tap tap the screen, does it really pay? I just wanted to know, does it really pay? Nilijaribu hiyo kitu and I'm telling you it's tough. By the time you're done with saying tap tap the screen, your throat is probably tired. Unafeel kukunywa maji mtungi mzima because ya venye umeambia watu tap tap the screen the entire day. You see, and I found it very uneconomical, yeah? Someone else was saying that they used to go live on TikTok. Upewe gifts, yeah? It's very, very normal. Kuna mtu anasema apartment ni zile za 50k and above. Za 8k ni ploti. That's very interesting. Ati watu kama unalipa nyumba ya dao 8, iite bed sitter ama you call it a single room. Story ya kuita nyumba ya 8k apartment, people don't want that. That's amazing, yeah? Okay, ati apartment ni 50k and above. Hii yako ati 2500 ni nini? 2500 we call it a single room, yeah? Tuite one room bed sitter. All right. Okay. So I just want to welcome you to today's session. And I'm not saying ati tukue na ubaya, yeah? Someone is saying that ati nyumba ya 2500 ni corridor, yeah? Ni corridor. Why would you call someone's house corridor? Nyumba ya 2500 ni corridor. Anyway, I just want to welcome you to today's session. Today we are talking about content creation. And content creation itself is something that we need to be discussing, especially today. The reason I'm saying content creation is one of the things that we need to be talking about is because of the opportunity it creates. I have been a content creator now for around over 2 years, and I can say that it has really helped me. Kidogo nimeng'ara, kidogo I've gotten to get business. I've also been able to improve on my communication skills. And I probably think that it would also be amazing if you also got to understand content creation itself. So, anyway, I want to welcome you. I want to welcome you to today's session. We are live on Google Meet. We are also live on TikTok. And so content creation. My name is Elvis. I am a digital creator. I'm a graphic designer. Me unda logo. I also do websites. That's one thing I do. So, in the chat section of this particular session, si utupe jina yako. What is your name in the chat section of this session? Utuambie jina lako la utani. Is it jina lako la utani? Unajitanga aje? Kuna watu nasikia wanajiita Bosco, kuna watu wanajitanga sijui jina gani. Just type in your name, watu wajuane, it's nice. Someone, Stasia is here. Kuna mtu anaitwa Cheche, Elizabeth is here, Mr. William. Kuna mtu anaitwa I think I'll have someone is calling themselves Chihuahua baby. That's interesting. Kuna mwingine anajiita Kevin Joroge, Valentine is here. Kinuthia, jiita tu Kinuthia. You cannot call yourself such a name. Ati Eduzang Mox. Yeah? Gideon. We have Terry Omondi, Asman, Christina Pio is here, Kabugis is here, Luna, Jay, June. My name is Willis. Kuna mtu mwingine tu hapa hivi. Mukulzea journalist. Yeah? Sasa hiyo ni jina gani? Kuna mtu anaitwa Jane Samuel, kuna Ben Rogers, Miriam Kangao, kuna mtu anaitwa Gwiji, kuna Nthenya, kuna Sheila, kuna Shiku, kuna Faith Kehara, kuna Mankashei. Hey, okay. We also have Stoffon, kuna Kiteme, kuna Constable Vini, kuna Mohamed Dek. We have Duncan Maina. I can see him from the graphic design bootcamp. Kuna Cancelo, kuna mtu mwingine anaitwa Morijo, MJ Studios, Thika Road. Huyo amejipromote. Kevin Mochama, Familiar Face, Brelux, Lexi Gasco. Hii jina yako bana. Mashari nilikwambia utafute jina ingine. We have Wanji, we have Wallace Njenga, we have Faith, we have Kare, we have Ben Rogers, Siombua, Maggie Mbogwa, Francesca Wanja, Chris Nation, yeah, Christina Pio is here with us, Naomi Ndongo, okay, anajiita Naomi Praise. We have Iman Chaka ajiita jina ingine, Jones, Tech Guru, Rizwan, yeah, Rizwan is a developer, familiar face. Foibe Morioki, kuna Shadi, Beatrice, MG, Yasmin, Favor, Shirez, Kolo, Claire, Noah Dev. Quick question. If you call yourself Noah Dev, does it mean you have a boyfriend or what does it mean? Jeremy, kuna Mike's on Mike, Joakim, Kakmak. Kuna mwingine anaitwa Denizo, hiyo jina bana. Rono, Jeremy, Bobo, Fear Bobos. Ukisikia mahali mtu anaitwa Bobo. We have Kongo, we have Sir Jones, we have Purity, Dibos, Gabi, Raymond, Mutharimi, Ambusi, Mana Italist. Kwani nyinyi watu bana? You guys, you went and took over JKIA and flew to which particular part of the world and mukarudi na majina zingine. Anyway, good one anyway. Content creation. We are talking about content creation. Kuna mtu anaitwa Mwehedi, yeah? Kuna mtu anaitwa Wahedi Mshairi on TikTok, yeah? Kuna mtu anaitwa Dush. We have Kokorash. James is here. Kuna mtu anawaambia ati mkitaka kazi, you can go to his profile, huh? Yeah? This one we have to block. We have to block. Bro, si tuletee Kisumu here. Yeah, okay. Anyway, let's move on. Today we have to talk about something. So acha tutoke kwa hiyo majina ya watu. And I tend to think that we are set to start. We're going to be having the session in the next 40 minutes. Who is going to be our bell ringer today? Nani anatapiga kelele leo? Yeah, ikifika masaa, when it gets to 8:40, useme masaa imeisha. Okay, Francesca was the first person. So Francesca, ikifika 8:40, Francesca and Nancy Gadu, yeah? Ikifika 8:40 mseme time, your time is done. So anyway, thank you for being part of today's session. Today we're going to be talking about content creation. Content creation itself. And I just want to talk about content creation. Reason being, it has really been helpful for me. The reason it has been helpful for me is, first of all, how many people over here are actually employed? And I mean employed. Yeah? You're employed na huna wasiwasi that you're going to lose that job. That is what I mean. Yeah? How many people over here employed are actually employed? Okay. Watu wenye wako unemployed, you have to raise your hand. I've said people who are employed. If I say the people who are unemployed, that one I expect very many hands, yeah? But at the end of the day, I tend to think that we have to get to a point where we talk about what is in store for us in terms of, yes, we don't have jobs, we don't have sufficient jobs. What else can we do? We have very many people who actually, how many people over here are skilled? Like uko ka skill fulani, you can do video editing, you can do something pale, and you get to make money. I think very many of us. But the main question is this. Most people are always waiting for jobs, yeah? Brief example, I'm going to give you my story before we begin the session. My story is very simple. I joined university in 2015. That is September the 7th, 2015. I can remember the dates. And I remember joining Dedan Kimathi University of Technology. So mimi nilijoin university and do a degree in procurement. How many guys have done procurement here? Gapi wamefanya procurement hapa? Okay, I'm expecting very many hands. After I enrolled to do a degree in procurement, one of the biggest problems I had was getting a job. But ideally, hii ni Kenya, and you have to think about what else you can do apart from whine and complain. And in school, I remember nikaanza kujifunza vitu kama graphic design. So I used to experiment how to use a software like Adobe Photoshop. How many people know how to use Photoshop over here? Wangapi hapa know how to use Adobe Photoshop? Adobe Photoshop is a very, very good software that people actually get to use when it comes to creating posters, vitu kadhaa. And I tend to think it's one of the other things that people should actually be learning. So mimi nikajifunza how to use Adobe Photoshop. For those who've never seen Photoshop, wacha nione kama niko nayo hapa. Yeah, wacha nione if I have Adobe Photoshop. Yes, it's here. So this is Adobe Photoshop itself. You can use it to edit it out, images, unaweza fanya madoido. It all depends. You want to surprise your girlfriend. Yeah. You probably want to surprise your girlfriend. Like if you look at this particular poster, this poster has been designed using Adobe Photoshop. And you can actually easily get paid to do this. So mimi nilijifunza how to do design using Adobe Photoshop. And I learned, nilikuwa natengeneza tu poster hapa na pale in school, but I always wanted to at least learn how I can actually get to make money with these particular skills. And that is when I stumbled upon social media and I started doing some Facebook posts. Naambia watu I'm a graphic designer, it was good for me. But over time, I realized that it's better for you to actually bring this and make it like something very serious. And how do you make it serious? By letting people know what you do on social media. And I actually had to get into action and make sure actually people got to know that. That is where most of you guys actually know me from TikTok. Wangapi hapo wananijua from TikTok? How many people know me from TikTok? Okay. So I personally started creating some TikTok videos. And I used to tell people, hey, by the way, ukitaka graphic designer, don't look far, niko hapa. All right. And basically, that's how I was actually able to at least land a few clients hapa na pale. And TikTok was an amazing platform for me because I was able to create videos. Niliweza at least to get an audience. People actually got interested in what I was talking about. And over time, I was actually able to get a few clients here and there. And for me, I then realized that it's important for me to get to understand that social media is that particular platform, or social media is one of those platforms that can actually aid you when it comes to getting clients. How many people have seen nowadays that most businesses nowadays, biashara mingi, like if you look at it nowadays, plenty of businesses that you see today are businesses that are purely running online. Like if you look at it around Nairobi, utapata most of the businesses are running online. How many people have seen that? It's a normal phenomena today where you're finding people getting to have businesses and letting people get to know what they do online. And it's one of those things that you need to consider today. If you want to really like probably get to have any business, I think you have to really be on social media, talking to people and telling them what you do. Okay, so I want to set up my gimbal over here because I also want to stream what I'm doing on TikTok. And naona watu wa TikTok, they're complaining that they cannot. So I'm just going to set it up. Just one moment. I want to set it up before we actually completely begin. And yes, so that was just a bit of a story. I think I'll still give you some. It's called more tea. In siku hizi nasikia inaitwa chai siku hizi. When someone wants to give you guys something, they call it tea. Siku hizi mnaita tea, yeah? And nowadays, I think a lot of people actually get to love this tea. Tea. I never knew what tea was until I came to realize, oh, kumbe hii kitu ndo mnaita tea, and it's basically gossip. Yeah. How many people over here love gossip? Because you're going to realize that in as we move on in the session, you will get to see that gossip is also part and parcel of content creation. How many people love gossip? How many people love gossip? I think everyone over here loves gossip. Anyway, good one. We're already 250, so I'm thinking it's a good number for us to actually get started. So without any further ado, ladies and gentlemen, I just want to get started. All right. Content creation, and this one is an introduction to content creation. This is a masterclass to actually give you the necessary knowledge and the necessary tips that you can actually get to implement when you start content creation. Niko na kampango fulani as usual. We have content creation classes starting in August. How many people are going to be joining us? I'm looking for at least like 30 people hivi. Raia watu kama 30 at least. I think that would be very good. For me, I would be very happy. I would be very happy knowing that kuna mzee alianza content creation by just attending one of the sessions that we had. And it's very ni kitu I've always had a passion that I would like to tell people how to actually get started with content creation. So yeah, good one. Niko na ka form. I think when someone says niko na form, this is what you should mean, right? When someone says niko na form, this is what you should mean. Is it true? Niko na form. This is what you should mean. So niko na form, ni venye tu sina wase. So if you can come and fill up the forms, that would be in order. So we have content creation classes. We're going to be starting in August. That is on the 7th of August. We're going to be running for 10 days. We're going to be understanding introduction to social media, understanding content creation, how to create engaging video content. That is one thing we're also going to cover. We will also look at the essential tools. And by the way, as we proceed on with the session, it is important that you get to understand that I'm from the Republic of Nyeri. So ukisikia nikisema sha na cha na ra na la na sijui nini, please forgive me. As long as you get the message, I think at the end of the day, we are interacting. Now, I think at this point, we are all content creators in one way or the other. Do you agree or do you disagree with that statement, ladies and gentlemen? I think we are all content creators. In one way or the other, we are content creators, like everyone. Now, I'm going to take you back kidogo. If I visited your home, leo nikuje kwenu, I have visited you guys, and I want to know how you grew up. I want you to respond as an African. Nitapatiwa nini? I have visited your home, nimekuja kwenu, and I want to understand exactly. That is William Wanderi. Nitapewa album. Why do you think your parents were taking photos of you when you were young? If you think about it, why do you think your parents were taking photos of you when you were young? That is a form of content creation. And right now, unaonanga kapicha kametolewa. We are all content creators in one way or the other. I want you to tell me, when you see this image, what do you think? I want you to tell me what you think. Ukiangalia tu hawa mama watatu, if you look at those three women, what's the first thing that is going to come to your mind? I just want to be very honest as a Kenyan. Kuna mtu anasema chama, anasema mambo ni mata. No. I'm just asking. Like be honest. No, exactly. Can someone give Dorcas Chelimo a round of applause? Someone has to give Dorcas a round of applause. Amesema hii ni moshene. And it is true. Are you telling me hata kama ni chama? Believe me when I tell you this, that when you see this, EC chama, most of the things that is actually going to be happening is that you're going to be finding, first of all, gossip happening a lot. How about this? What's the first thing when you see this, unafikiria ni nini wanafanya? What's the first thing you're going to think they're doing? Yeah? What's the first thing obviously, the same thing. You're going to think of gossip. How about this? When you see such images, what do you think about this? Obviously, that is gossip. And I'll honestly tell you this, that gossip is the original content creation. Gossip has always been the original content creation. Now, Kenyan gossip is another form of storytelling. How many people know Edgar Obare? I think a good number of you people are actually familiar with Edgar Obare. Wangapi wanajua Edgar Obare? He's called the what? The king of what? Something like that. Yeah? So gossip is just another form of storytelling. What you're doing is that you're sharing the latest tea with your friends, complete with dramatic pauses and juicy details. Where ladies will say, wacha nikwambie, ebu ngoja, hold on, ebu ngoja, relax. So there is a tension that is being created. Unajua nani? You don't know. How many people have listened to these salon ladies wakisuka nywele? Sijakwambia. You get something like that. Gossip is the original form of content creation. And why am I saying this? It is because you tend to realize that gossip is a form of storytelling. Yeah. Adi Mama Mboga, they always have something to say about someone. We always have to get like, sorry. Cancel, my friend. I don't know what this is. Cancel. Sijui ni nini nimefanya. I don't understand what this is. Just cancel, please. Mimi sijui ni nini nimefanya. Just cancel it, please. I don't understand what I've done on TikTok. Sorry, guys. I don't cancel it, please. I don't know what sijui nini nimefanya. How can I exit it? You guy, man. Cancel the thing. Mi siradi ni nini nafanya hapa hivi. Just cancel it, please. Please kindly. Just cancel it, tafadhali. I cannot even hear you. My microphone is... Hey, bro, cancel this thing, please. Please cancel this thing. Me sijui nini nimejoin. Please bro, just oh good, thank you. So I had mistakenly accepted these matches that are normally done on TikTok, Zakazi, sijui jump, whichever. But anyway, sorry for that. We were just saying that gossip is the original form of content creation where people always have a story to tell. All right. Now, gossiping. How many people have seen words like this? Atiwewe, you won't believe what I heard about Jane and her new job. Gossip has always been one of the most used forms of content creation because it tells a story. Yeah. So when someone says something like Atiwewe, you won't believe what I heard about Jane and her new job. What you're basically doing is that you're engaging your audience, sparking discussions, and keeping everyone hooked. All right. And this is basically something like content creation. Like if I honestly asked ladies, especially because I don't think do men gossip nowadays? Wanaume siku hizi wanameshana. Do men gossip, by the way? I would like to understand if men gossip. Do men gossip? Kuna mtu anasema no. Someone is saying yes. Expect that to be a very tough discussion. But gossip is a form of content creation. Matatu Chronicles. I would ask a very simple question in Kenya. How many times have you gotten to a matatu? Umeingia matatu, and at one point or the other, you've realized matatu lazima ikuwe na drama. How many people have ever seen that? Anytime you get into a matatu, you always have to meet some drama. Probably makanga sijui amefanya nini. Now, content, especially when it comes to Matatu Chronicles, or you're probably in a matatu, you're going to find a conductor with wild antics. To the loud music and the interesting characters you meet there, there is always a story to share. Unasikia, there is someone, have you ever seen a video? There is a video that talks about how content creation, how mama fulani alisema sijui ati the music in the matatu to be reduced. Wangapi, I don't know if you've met something like that where the makanga atamrudishia na statement mbovu sana where ati hey, so you reduce volume ya hiyo kitu. Now I want to ask you ladies and gentlemen, nataka respond kama makanga na si ati munitusi. If someone comes and tells you wewe ni makanga, just assume yourself wewe ni makanga, and someone comes and tells you reduce volume kwa matatu, how will you respond? I want to see how you guys actually respond. Now, I'm not saying that you insult me. Unashika, sijasema unitusi. We want to understand. Someone is saying ati nunua yako. Okay. Ati si ungepanda Uber wewe. Ati enda ununua redio yako. It's too loud if you're too old. Nunua gari mama. Ati akiingia kwa hii, you know? You guys, I'm not saying money to someone is saying atipunguza masikio. How do you insult me like tiambia dere ati ungetembea ati we masikio kwa hiyo wallet. That's enough. I think that's enough now. We are talking about content. Timbona hukusoma ununue yako. Okay, fine. We can also head and think about content creation in terms of Kamau. Kamau, how many people have gotten into a matatu and you've seen these guys caretaker akipiga simu, wewe Kamau nitafuga nyumba kama huripi. I think you're going to find something like that. It is a form of content creation pia, because there is a lot of gossip and antiques that actually get to happen in matatus. Now, over and above, do you all agree that we are all content creators? Ladies and gentlemen, do you all agree? You will wake up in the morning. Like, let me be very honest about this. Umesikia bwana akitandikwa makofi, yeah? In where you live. Leo usiku umesikia bwana ya mtu mwingine huko akipigwa makofi. Let me tell you honestly, 95% of Kenyans will not leave the houses kwenda kudefend huyo bwana. They will be going to go and get what? Like, let's be very honest. When you leave your house, juu umesikia bwana wenyewe akipigwa makofi, the first reason as to why you're going to go outside is to get what? To get the tea. Can we agree, ladies and gentlemen? To get the tea. Hutaki kwenda kusaidia, hutaki kujua mbona huyu jamaa anatandikwa. You want to get the tea. You want to get to understand what is happening. And the moment you get what is happening, what will you do? You will go back to your house, you get your wife, you get your girlfriend, and you pick up the phone and you say, Kamau, kuna jamaa alikuwa anapigwa makofi huku na bibi yake. Unajua amepigwa kofi hadi na June. Obviously, that's a form of content creation, because what you're doing is that you're basically using what you've seen in terms of what you're using is storytelling to probably share something that you've learned, and that is content creation. Now, the only difference is the platform and the audience. So, ladies and gentlemen, what is content creation? Let's define what content creation is. Now, content creation is simply making things to share with others. Content creation can actually involve writing a blog. How many people have blog posts over here? How many people have blogs? How many people do have blogs over here? Wangapi hapa wanaandikanga blogs? If you don't have any, here's my recommendation. There's a platform called Medium. Go and start writing blogs. We're still going to be talking about that. How many people take photos and post them on Facebook? How many people take photos and post them on Facebook? That's another form of content creation. How many people record videos? How many people record videos? All right, that's still another form of content creation. How many people create memes? How many people? I think every day we are always experiencing people who are actually creating memes. All right, the platform is called Medium. We're going to be looking at that. Meme one, because I think I'm actually going to be using things that you can actually get to relate with. If you look at that particular meme, eh, I want you to respond to this. Wale mnajifanyanga mnajua English, huyo mtu anafanya nini? Respond to that. You see, at the end of the day, that's a form of content. And I actually have a lot of respect for meme lords. That's one thing. I want you to also look at this. This is meme too. There is a message in it. All right? Niambie unanipenda, wacha kushinda ukisema I was just saying hi. Fungua roho. That's a meme. Meme number 3, ati Kevo akifika bash akute hakuna madem. That is another example of content creation that we can relate with. In Kenya, I think we have a lot of memes as a form of content creation. All right. Now, content creation itself is about creating something interesting, useful, or entertaining that other people can see, read, or watch. All right. How many people get to interact with my videos from time to time? Unakuta video fulani ya mzee akisema sijui, oh, content, soma skill, Buddha, go and learn a skill. I think most of the time you're going to find such videos. Right? That is content creation. If you wake up in the morning and you probably shoot like a Facebook post, you shoot you take a photo, unapiga ka selfie, and then you post it on Facebook, and you do that concurrently to share a story, or you probably want to tell something that is a form of content creation. Now, the biggest question that we have is that, is content creation a form of communication? What do you think, ladies and gentlemen? Is content creation a form of communication? Respond with a yes or a no. Is content creation a form of communication? Of course, yes, it is a form of content. It's a form of communication. All right. Now, to justify that, content creation itself is a form of communication. When you create content, you're sharing information, ideas, or stories with others. All right. Let me respond to that very easily. When you create content, you are sharing information, ideas, or stories with others. All right. It is a way to connect with your audience, convey messages, and engage with people. All right. Whether it is through text, all right. I think quite a number of you people quite a number of guys are actually familiar with Twitter or X. Wangapi hapa wanatumianga Twitter or X? Yeah, X, siku hizi nasikia inaitwa X. How many people actually take photos and post them on Instagram? Wangapi hapa wamekutana na a certain lady who has taken some juicy photos and posted them on Instagram? And you look at the comment section and you're probably going to find like 5 million guys saying, oh, I love you so much. I feel like I can fly. I can kill everyone in Kenya for you. I can fly beyond the moon. That is, she's doing content creation basically. All right. Now, you can also use any other medium or form. Content creation allows you to communicate effectively and reach a broader audience. I remember the first time I started content creation, within a week, I had like 100 followers. And I was like, oh, okay, kumbe, this thing is very serious. All right. Content creation itself allows you to get to communicate to larger audience, communicate effectively, and get to interact with a broader audience. All right. Now we're going to get to the main thing. That is how to start content creation. How do you get to start content creation? First things first, and the most important thing that you have to consider is that you need to identify your passion and expertise. All right. Think about what you enjoy and what you know well. All right. Your passion and expertise will keep you motivated and make your content more authentic and engaging. All right. What is it that you're passionate about? If you're a photographer and you're probably someone who knows so many things about photography, why don't you talk about that? If you're so knowledgeable when it comes to matters relating to finance, why don't you talk about that? If you're so knowledgeable when it comes to matters personal development, come on, any fundi and you want to talk about that, go ahead and do that. The first thing is you identify your passion and expertise. That is where you're finding pastors. Pastors are very good in content creation because they have niched down. Anajua akikuja akoroge watu kidogo online na Bible verses as it makes sense, and then he says amen na utatendewa, people will actually get to fall for that. All right. First things first, write it down. It is identify your passion and expertise. Number two is choose your platforms. Where would you like to actually get to create your content? Before you start your content creation journey, which platforms do you want to use? Now, some of the most popular platforms is TikTok. TikTok for short videos. In fact, when it comes to the content creation classes, we will majorly be talking about TikTok sana sana because TikTok gets you to build an audience faster. It also creates more engagement, making it easier for you to even branch out into other specific platforms. Like for me, on TikTok, we currently have like 400 and I think 34,000 followers. And that TikTok account has enabled me to get a Telegram community of 44,000 members, that is subscribers. I have a Facebook page that has 76,000 followers. I also have an Instagram account that has, I think, 8,000 followers. And I also have a LinkedIn profile that has like 33,000 followers. And I was able to build that audience from TikTok. All right. Then you can use Instagram. If you know how to take good photos, na uchachishe kidogo, you know how to go, lifestyle content actually does so well when it comes to Instagram. Yeah. Like you go ahead, you take a photo, you do this. Still very, very good. LinkedIn. How many people are actually on LinkedIn over here? How many people are actually on LinkedIn? How many people are on LinkedIn? LinkedIn, by the way, si mbaya. Let me tell you, LinkedIn si mbaya. It is not bad at all. The reason I'm saying LinkedIn si mbaya, hapo tumefika ile wakati ya ulimi kidogo kupiga, inaitwa aje? Tumefika ile wakati ya ulimi kupiga kona kidogo, but at the end of the day, I think the message is messaging itself. So LinkedIn is also a good platform for professional content. And I think now you can take Facebook. Facebook is that particular platform that you can do everything. Unataka kuongea siasa, weka hapo. If you want to talk about girlfriends, weka hapo. If you want to talk about whatever, talk about it over there. And it's also very, very good. TikTok is very good for short videos. Highly recommended. All right. Then step number 3 is that you need to set clear goals. Most people get to start content creation without goals in mind. What do I say goals in mind? Goals in mind actually means is that what do you want to achieve with your content? All right. Are you looking to build a personal brand, attract clients, or simply share your knowledge and creativity? You need to have clear goals of what you want to do with content creation itself. Number 4, you need to create a plan. Now, what type of content will you actually be creating? All right. What kind of content are you actually going to be creating? And how often will you post that particular content? Now, a content calendar can actually help you stay organized and consistent. All right. A content calendar. What will you be posting today? What will you be posting tomorrow? It allows you to stay organized. So create a content plan. Number 5, start small and simple. By the way, nakuanga na ka iPhone. Kakwambia ka iPhone. There's a ka iPhone I was given the first time I was creating content. You see, most people they want to start content creation with like 50,000 cameras. You want to with a 50,000 Kenya shillings camera. Start small and simple. Now begin with simple content that you can create easily. Now this could actually be a very simple and a short blog post or a quick video or a photo with a caption. Don't worry about perfection. Focus on getting started. Most people are afraid of doing content creation because First of all, you're looking for the best. Ukienda uone mzee fulani ana shoot video quality fit sana on TikTok, you're like, hey, naweza penda kitu kama hiyo. You don't want to start. You don't want to start. This is a phone I started with. Nilianzanga na aka kasimu. Aka kasimu kameni serve. I'm telling you, this one is a iPhone 6s. In fact, this phone, I don't know kama kako high bado. I'm hoping kako high. Oh, kako high finally. I started with this phone. No, I didn't even start with this. Nilianzanga na Redmi fulani. That Redmi ilikuwa imecrack all over. It was very simple for me. I actually started with that. And if you check my videos, that's when I think on my third video, ndio nikapewa aka ka iPhone. And I used it for a very long time. It was very, very helpful. At the end of the day, is that you start small and simple. It is not mandatory that you have to overinvest. It is not mandatory that you have to seek perfection. You don't have to have the best post. You don't have to have the inaitwa ile post watu wanasema most people actually stop posting or actually stop creating content because you're not getting that instant gratification that you're looking for. Start small and simple. That's most important. Use the right tools. All right. Now, use tools and apps that can help you create and edit your content. For example, I personally use CapCut for video editing. In fact, CapCut can also be installed on your mobile phone. Why don't you start with that? Start small and simple. Now, for images, you can use something like Canva or Adobe Spark. These will actually help you when it comes to creating your content. If you want to have that professionalism, basically, then engage with your audience. So, what I mean by this is respond to comments, ask questions, and engage with your followers. Build a relationship with your audience, which is key in growing your presence. Engage with your audience. Yeah, kuna mzee anasemanga that content creators mwache kiburi. Nikikutusi, all right, nikikutusi, I'm expecting you to respond. All right, so it's always nice that you get to engage with your audience. If you have the money to actually pay someone and engage and do their own engagement for you, that is still very okay. Then the next thing is learn and improve. Learn and improve. Now pay attention to what works and what doesn't. Use analytics to see which certain content performs best and adjust your strategy accordingly. Keep learning and improving your skills. Now, what I mean by this is very simple. You've started your content creation journey, okay? Note, like if you post a certain type of videos, especially in relation to what you do, you realize that they get to outperform the other videos that you post. So what you decide is that you now say, by the way, nikipost video kama hizi, it's really getting a lot of engagement. Now, I remember for me, I used to do comedy. I used to create comedy videos. Those ones are the ones I used to create. And then one day I remember, I just felt that this is not something I'm passionate about. I don't even like it. And I started creating personal development videos. I created one video that went viral. And that video actually got so many views. And then I realized, oh, okay. So this video has been able to do like 400,000 views in 3 days. Then this is the kind of content I should actually be creating. Learn from that, improve on it. All right. As you create your content, how do you actually get to improve on it to make it better? For me, I realized that in as much as I'm creating content, I can actually try and improve on some few facets. I can improve on the video quality, that is over time. I can add some captions, naweza weka some background music. I can edit my videos properly, that is something else. Then be very consistent. Consistency is very important when it comes to content creation. Stick to your content plan and keep posting regularly. All right. Over time, your efforts will pay off. Kuna mtu akipost ka picha Facebook and no one has liked it, you're like, hizi mavitu bana haziworkingi, these things don't work bana, and you stop posting. Consistency is very important. And what I mean by consistency is that you have to be there every day, in as much as you're not getting the views. Most of the time, we are always looking for instant gratification. Unataka kupost ka video asubuhi and by jioni uko NTV, K24, sijui wapi, interview. It doesn't work like that. You need to be very consistent as you start. All right. And I think with that, you would actually be very well placed when it comes to content creation. Finally, have fun. Enjoy the process. As you create your content, you should have fun. It should be fun and rewarding. Share your passion. Be yourself and have fun with it. All right. Most people like unakuta by the hata mimi niliacha kufanya hizo vitu because I used to get people complaining every wewe msee, kwani wewe uchekangi? Wewe kazi yako tu ni kushinda hapo ukiongelesha microphone, uchekangi bro? You don't laugh, unashindanga tu ukiongea na microphone hapo hivyo ukiwa umetukasirikia. I used to always get that, and I started just getting to learn that I think it's important for me to actually have fun in the process. So have fun, it's very, very important. So a brief overview of what you should do before you start your content creation journey is that you need to identify your passion and expertise. Can everyone hear me? Am I audible? Am I audible? I just want to know if I'm audible. I just wanted to know if I'm audible. Am I audible enough? Okay. Okay. Sorry for that. We actually disconnected kidogo. My microphone seems to be missed. Just one moment. Just sort it out. Okay, so I just want to sort it out. Just one moment. Am I now visible? I just want to know if I'm now visible on Google Meet. Can you actually get to see me? Good one. So we were saying that the first most important thing that you have to remember that when it comes to your content creation journey is, first of all, identify your passion and expertise. What is your expertise? Number two, choose your platforms. Which particular platforms do you want to use? Do you want to use TikTok? Do you want to use Instagram? Do you want to use Facebook? Unataka kutumia Twitter? That is still okay. Set clear goals. What are your goals when it comes to content creation? Number four, create a content plan. How do you actually plan on posting your videos? Is it on a regular basis? What kind of videos are you actually going to be creating, or even content in any other form? And then we said, start small and simple. It is not really mandatory that you have to start at the topmost part or basically look like you're the best in that particular platform, but you can always start simple and start small. Number six is use the right tools. When I say use the right tools, you can use tools like CapCut. You can also use something like Adobe Spark. It's very, very important. Number seven, engage with your audience. Very important. Ukiona mzee amerusha ka comment, always you can always respond to that. Be very consistent. Consistency is very, very important. Number 10 is always have fun. As you create your content, have fun in the process. Okay. Now, which are the various types of content that you can create? Now, various types of content. Number one, we have text content. If you want to start creating content today, you can start with text content. Examples of text content is number one, blog posts. Number two, we have articles. Number three, we have social media posts. We have newsletters, we have ebooks, we have guides, and we have white papers. All right. That is basically text content. Then we have visual content. Visual content can actually be photos. You can also do infographics. You can also do memes. Yeah. Ukitaka kukua meme lord, there's a guy. How many people have seen this guy? Kuna jamaa fulani, he's paid for memes. I think he's on Instagram and it was due Caris memes. How many guys have seen that particular guy? Yeah. There's a guy called Caris memes, and that guy is paid just to post memes. So you can actually get to see that visual content in the name of memes can actually be very important. Kuna illustrations, kuna GIFs, and we have slideshows. That is visual content. Then we have video content. You can do video content in the form of short videos. You can also do vlogs. You can also do tutorials.
You can also do webinars. You can also do live streams. You can also do product reviews. You can as well do animated videos. That is what we refer to as video content. Yeah, that's one thing. Audio content. You can also create audio content in the form of podcasts. You can also do audiobooks. We can also do number three, voiceovers. We can also get to do music tracks. That is another form of content creation in the form of audio content. We can also do something we refer to as interactive content. We can do quizzes, we can do polls, we can do surveys, we can do interactive infographics. We can as well get to do games. That is what we refer to as interactive content, okay? We also have something else we refer to as user-generated content, that is UGC. We can do testimonials, reviews, user stories, and community posts. That is user-generated content, okay? Now, you can also engage in educational content, how-to guides, yeah, how to wash your toilet. Funny enough, like if you think about it, every day, it's interesting enough that at this day and age, you realize that we need to learn how to do a lot of things. Right now, ukiweza nipatia hii simu uniambie nifungue yote, like I open it up from start to end, I will not be able to do that. So what will I do? I will go to YouTube, how to open up a phone, all right, to unscrew na kufungua. So that is another form of content, tutorials. Like most people over here, I believe they are developers, we have data analysts, we have data scientists, we have guys in artificial intelligence. You can do tutorials. Another form of content is online courses, all right? We also have workshops, like the workshop we are about to have in the content creation classes. That is another form of content creation, basically. We can also do entertainment content. And I think hii ni mingi sana in Kenya. We have comedy skits, we have parodies, we have challenge videos, all right? We also have stories and anecdotes. That is something else. I think most of it all is comedy skits. Watching Kina Crazy Kiana, you get to watch all these individuals. That is another form of entertaining content itself. We also have inspirational content. If you want inspiration, you can go to Robert Burale. There's a guy called Robert Burale who motivates you to an extent that wow. Naweza piga Ruto. You can motivate you to an extent. Unaona kama unaweza enda State House ukapigane vibaya sana. Yeah? Inspirational content. That is motivational quotes. You get motivated to an extent hadi unaona kama unaweza fly. You get. We have success stories. We have personal journeys. That is another example of inspirational content. And I think this is still a form of content creation. We also have promotional content. We have advertisements. We have sponsored posts. We have product announcements. We have contests and giveaways. That is another form of content creation, basically. It's another form of content. Let's just call it that. All right? Now, you might be wondering, sasa nimejua hizi vitu zote. Which platforms can I actually use to create this particular content? Which are those specific platforms? Let's talk about social media platforms. Social media platforms, the first one I think and the most common is Facebook. Now, Facebook is used for various types of content. You can use text, you can use images, you can use videos. In fact, unaweza enda live on Facebook. That's number one. Number two, we have Instagram. Instagram kidogo, I think you have to be very sijui Instagram nilijaribu kupost picha nikiwa kwa shamba and I'm telling you, what? Instagram does not take any nonsense. So I think you have to really be so good with Instagram to an extent. But it is very good for photos. It's also very good for short videos. I think celebrities find it like the go-to platform when you want to showcase some certain lifestyle, yeah? So Instagram is also a very good platform. My favorite happens to be TikTok. It allows you to create short, engaging videos and trends, all right? Number four, we have LinkedIn. This one is for professional content, articles, and networking. Like, for example, you've gone ahead and you become a developer. Why don't you talk about what you do? Like, for example, you want to connect with other developers. Go create a LinkedIn profile. Utakuwa mbele sikudanganya. LinkedIn is very good for professional content, including articles and networking. Twitter or X is very good for short text updates, images, and videos. Kidogo, if you want to get the latest political news and what is happening in the country, just go to Twitter and meet the Kenyans. Network Kenyans on X, Cox. Yeah. We also have Pinterest. Pinterest is basically used for visual content like photos, infographics, and links to articles. I recently heard of a guy who is making a decent income by just managing Pinterest accounts and doing regular posting to link to blogs. And it is something that is also very good. I'll share the slides. I'll be sharing the slides with you after the session. So usikuwe na wasiwasi. All right, video platforms. If you want to create videos nowadays, which platforms can you use? The most common one is YouTube. YouTube is used for long form videos, tutorials, vlogs, and live streaming. That is basically what YouTube is used for. Then we have Vimeo. I think mostly people have never heard of Vimeo, but Vimeo is used for high quality video hosting and sharing. That is probably you want to post your videos. Then we have Twitch. Twitch is used for live streaming, especially when it comes to gaming and live events. Twitch is that other platform, yeah? Then we move on. Let's just move on. We have blogging platforms. How many people have blogs over here? Wangapi hapo wako na blogs? Anyone with a blog? A blog, you can use something like WordPress. I mentioned earlier that you can also use Medium. Medium is used for publishing articles and reaching a wider audience, all right? Then we also have Blogger. This is actually used for simple blog creation and management. That is another blogging platform. Then we have podcast platforms. Podcast platforms, we have Spotify. How many people are familiar with Spotify? Wangapi wanajua kitu kama Spotify? How many people have ever actually seen Spotify itself? Yeah, Spotify is very good when it comes to you hosting podcasts. It's one of those platforms that you can also get to use when it comes to you hosting and distributing podcasts. Then we have another platform which is called Apple Podcasts. This one is meant, what do iPhone? How many people use watu wa iPhone wako hapa? Do we have guys who use iPhone? Watu wa iPhone. Na sisemi watu wa Android. Watu wa Android najua nikiinua mikono karibu mulipue Kenya mzima. We are so many. Let me say we are so many. Yeah? Watu wa iPhone, all right? Now, Apple Podcasts is that particular platform for you guys. Watu wa Android, do we have any Android guys here? Tuko na watu wa Android hapa? Yeah? Watu wa Android, hadi mnapiga makofi, mmefikiwa. Yeah? This one is for Android users specifically. Google Podcasts is used for Android users, yeah, and a broader reach. Okay, so kama wewe ni mse wa Android and you want to listen to podcasts, unaweza enda utumie Google Podcasts. Tumesikizana watu wa Android? Watu wa Android tumesikizana? Let me stop that. Then we have another platform that is called Anchor. And Anchor is basically used for creating, hosting, and distributing podcasts. So that's something else you can consider. In fact, we are very conversational as human beings. So you can always think about creating something like a podcast. Yeah, just create something that tells a story and chapia watu story from time to time. Then we also have photo and graphics platforms. We have Canva. Canva is used for creating graphics, presentations, and social media posts. How many people use Canva on a daily basis over here? Kuna watu wanatumianga Canva hapa. Canva is very good when it comes to creating graphics, presentations, and social media posts. We also have number 2, Adobe Spark, for quick and easy graphic design. Very, very good when it comes to graphics itself. We also have something else called Flickr. It's used for photo sharing and hosting. Kuna ingine inaitwa 500px for professional photo sharing and networking. Very, very good platforms. Then we have writing and publishing platforms. Ile yenye najua is Wattpad. Wattpad is one, like if you like to write. How many people enjoy writing over here? There's a chick I used to know, kazi yake tu ilikuwa kuandika tu novels. And she used to sell them, I think, on Wattpad. So these ones are writing and publishing platforms. We have Wattpad for sharing stories and connecting with a community of writers and readers. So if you want to write publishable content, you can go ahead and write on Wattpad. Kuna ingine inaitwa Substack. How many people have heard of Substack? Substack is used for creating and distributing newsletters. Very, very good platform. Kuna ingine inaitwa Ghost. Ghost is used for professional publishing and blogging. Very, very good platform. Okay. Then we have interactive content platforms. If you want to start creating interactive content, you can use platforms like Kahoot. Wangapi wamesikia kitu kama Kahoot? Kahoot is used for quizzes and games, yeah? It's used for creating quizzes and interactive games. How many people have used something kinaitwa SurveyMonkey? How many people have heard of something called SurveyMonkey? So what it does is that it is used for creating surveys and collecting feedback. Yeah, we have another platform called Typeform. Typeform is used for creating engaging forms and surveys. Very, very important. Those are interactive content platforms. Live streaming. If you want to start going live, you can use TikTok Live, Facebook Live, Instagram Live, YouTube Live, kuna Twitch. Those are platforms that you can also get to use. Yeah. At the end of the day, you can try all this. These are forms of content creation. Now, finally, as we get to conclude, is we need to talk about reasons as to why you create content. The first one is you build a personal brand. Now, remember today that people are buying people. So go ahead and start creating content to establish a powerful personal brand for yourself. So what we mean by creating a personal brand is that you need to establish yourself as an expert in your field, all right? You can showcase your skills, knowledge, and personality. But then this one has really helped me. Like, frankly enough, this one has really helped me. It has really helped me because kidogo kidogo naonanga mtu watch videos zangu TikTok. And then I get a call, wewe, nimeona you create websites. Can you create one for me? That is how it actually gets to help build a personal brand. Business promotion. Yeah. So if you run a business and you probably want to get clients, it's the fastest way to actually get to advertise your products or services. It helps you in generating leads and attracting potential customers. Yeah. It also increases brand awareness. It enables people to get to know much more about you. That is what we refer to as business promotion. Then content creation also enables you to engage with an audience. This allows you to connect with followers or customers. It also allows you to build a community around shared interests or values, all right? This brings in the issue of responding to feedback and questions. So this allows you to engage with your audience, yeah? Then educating others. Now, creating content also allows you to share knowledge and expertise. This allows you to provide tutorials, guides, and how-tos. This allows you to educate other people. Then it also allows you to create educational resources. As you create content, you can also get to educate people. Wangapi hapa, how many people like get to watch videos, especially on YouTube, TikTok, and don't realize, hey, by the way, kitu imenichanua. How many people have gotten to themselves to that particular point where you watch something and it really educates you? That is something else you can also consider, all right? Entertainment. You can also, the reason as to why you can create content is you can provide humor, stories, or other forms of entertainment. Very, very important. So basically, those are just some few ways. Entertainment, we can inspire and motivate. Yeah, you can share success stories and personal journeys. Ambia watu kidogo kidogo ulizaliwa ukiwa 500 grams na saa hii wewe uko na 1100 kgs. Waonyeshe success. You're going to see people like, how many people have seen these videos and photos of dem fulani, she was big, unaona jamaa fulani alikuwa, someone is, time is almost, we're almost done, don't worry, thank you Francesca. Inspiring and motivation, you can motivate people. Waonyeshe venye ulinonoka, is it kunonoka or whatever. When you lose weight, you share success stories and give people your personal journey. Offer motivational quotes, very, very important, and encourage others to achieve their goals. Yeah, go ahead and motivate people. Najua mimi, I'm not the best motivational speaker, but anyway, at the end of the day, I think the message gets to people. You can also document experiences, that is keeping a record of professional experiences, where you share traveling adventures, daily life, or significant events. Wangapi wanawachingi wa Jesus hapa? How many people watch wa Jesus Family? Your time is up. Thank you, Nancy. I'll take the next 5 minutes. Nimalizie. How many people watch wa Jesus Family? That's still part of content creation. They're documenting their journey. I just wanted to know, I don't watch their content myself. But anyway, sawa, you can use content creation to document experiences, networking, and collaboration. So connecting with like-minded individuals and professionals. It also allows you to collaborate with other content creators or brands. It also allows you to expand professional networks. I think you've seen me severally collaborate with other fellow content creators. That is basically what content creation can actually do for you. Then it also allows you to drive traffic to a website. Yeah. Ukiangalia like most of TikTok, most of the TikTok bios, Instagram bios, you're going to find that there is something. Kuna mtu either anakuambia uende ukasome blog zake, kuna mtu anakuuzia course, mwingine anakuuzia nini. That is basically what we mean by driving traffic to a website. You can also do generate revenue from content creation by selling products or services or digital goods. You can also offer paid subscriptions or memberships. Yeah, those people who pay Edgar Obare, how much do you pay? The last time I checked, mlikuwa mnalipa Edgar Obare pesa ngapi to get premium gossip? How much do you pay when you wanalipanga monthly subscription? Yeah, that is basically subscription itself. All right. You can also get to share your creative. Oh, Jesus Christ. You pay 3,000 a month kuona gossip ama nini? Nimeona vibaya. 3,000 kupewa gossip. Okay. You can also share creative work, that is showcasing art, music, writing, or other creative endeavors. You can also get feedback and appreciation from a wider audience. If you go to TikTok and you look for, you're going to see some creative, some artists hapa na pale who are actually showcasing what they do. That is something else that you can also get to consider. Musicians are also there, right? You can also get to raise awareness through content creation. You can promote social, environmental, or political campaigns that are meant to probably raise awareness about a specific topic of discussion. It also allows you to build credibility and trust. This allows you to provide valuable and reliable information, consistently delivering high quality content. That is basically it. People will get to trust you easily. For me, by the way, I don't think I would be having 250 people in my Google Meet session if I was not credible and trustworthy. And I think content creation can really help you with building credibility and trust. It also allows you to stay relevant. I think quite a number, I think most of you guys have realized we have a lot of irrelevant content creators, right? Where you find that kidogo kidogo, venye jamaa ameacha kupost, relevance yake imeisha. It happens. So content creation allows you to stay relevant in a particular industry, and this is very, very important for you. Content creation improves your communication skills. Frankly, for me, when I was starting content creation, well, nearly struggle. You see, the reason I was struggling is my content creation, my communication skills were not so good. So when you practice and refine writing, speaking, or presenting skills, you learn how to convey messages effectively to different audiences. Content creation is a very, very good way of improving your communication skills. Kama ni ule mse wa kung'oa la na ra na sha na ba na bu, whichever, you can actually get to see that problem actually gets to end by you starting to create some content. So go ahead and start creating some content. Now, finally, as we wind up, it is very important for you to get to understand this. These are just a few slogans and a few sayings that are actually related to content creation. The first one is by Bill Gates: content is king. Number two, by a guy called Avinash: content is anything that adds value to the reader's life. That is content. Kuna mtu tukianza session, they said that we have a lot of useless content in Kenya, and they are right. So content is anything that adds value to the reader's life. Number three, content builds relationships, and relationships are built on trust. Trust drives revenue. The more you get familiar with someone, the more you get to trust them. You build a relationship. You can actually get to give them money to do something, right? The best marketing doesn't feel like marketing. Exactly. The best marketing does not feel like marketing. There is a guy called Tom Fishburne. Now, content is fire. Social media is gasoline. I want you to understand that. Content is fire. Social media is gasoline. All right. We have content is the atomic particle of all digital marketing. We cannot have digital marketing if there is no content. The key to great content is to find your unique voice. You remember when we spoke about how to start content creation? The key to great content is to find your unique voice. Creating great content is the key to your social media success. Creating great content is a key to your social media success. Content isn't king. This is something else to think about. It is the kingdom. Content is the reason is the reason search began in the first place. That is basically it. Content. Now, content marketing is a gap between what brands produce and what consumers actually want. Content marketing is a gap between what brands produce and what consumers actually want. Your content has to be better. Your story has to be better. That is unhandling. People don't buy goods and services. They buy relations, stories, and magic. That is Seth Godin, very good in marketing. We also have the goal of content marketing is to create and distribute valuable, relevant, and consistent content to attract and retain a clearly defined audience. Stop selling, start helping. Think about that. Content is a currency of the web. Content marketing is like a first date. If you only talk about yourself, there won't be a second one. Let me repeat that. This one is actually my favorite. Content marketing is like a first date. If you only talk about yourself, there won't be a second one. Content that understands its audience will always perform better. The more informative your advertising, the more persuasive it will be. Content marketing is a commitment, not a campaign. Go ahead and create content. Welcome to our content creation classes. We are having content creation classes starting on the 7th of August to the 16th of August. We will be talking about content creation itself, the power content creation itself has. We will be introducing social media platforms. We will understand content creation. We will learn how to actually create engaging video content. We will learn how to actually build a personal brand. We'll also use content to drive sales. How can you actually get to use content to drive sales? All right. I will help you start your content creation journey if you want to get started. We will also get to understand how you can develop consistent content creation habits. We'll also look at attracting leads and getting clients through so effective content creation itself. We'll also get to learn how to build and enhance your personal brand. We'll also get to understand how to convey the right message through social media. We're also going to help you understand industry needs and standards for content creation. We'll be talking about all that. And the reason as to why we'll be discussing this is to help you get to understand. From the call. Okay, so that's basically it. We'll be talking about content creation generally. And I just want to welcome you to the session because I tend to think that this one will also be very good for you. I've gotten a few guys at the moment. We are quite a good number to actually get started. And I think you can also be part of the sessions. So in any case, if you want to join us for the classes, we'll be starting on the 7th of August. That is next week on Wednesday. So you can join us. It's going to be very interactive. It's going to be much more practical, where you're going to learn how to create content. We'll do it practically. We're going to be having a WhatsApp group where you'll be sharing what you've created. What I mean by sharing what you've created is we will have the classes first, and then we'll move on to understand how we can create content. We'll be talking about how to use artificial intelligence when it comes to creating content. We'll also get to understand how we can actually apply content creation itself to build a personal brand, to help you get known. What wakujue. The classes are virtual. They are completely virtual. We're not doing them physically. Virtual, they'll be taking place from 7:30 p.m. in the evening all the way to 9 p.m. Maximum itaenda is 7:30 to 8:30. You're most welcome to be part of the sessions. So you can always reach out to me if you're interested. And as it's already 8:50 p.m., we'll do it like we basically do it. If you have a question, you can always directly reach out to me, and I'll be very glad to respond to your question. Today, for the purposes of time and adherence to everything, it's important that we just end the session there. So for me, the reason I'm actually talking about content creation is because it has helped me get to this. Like I started this account. This account is basically like just a few. It's not very old, by the way. It's like 2 years and a few months. I've been creating content over here for some time, and imenisaidia sana. And I tend to think you can also get to achieve the same. Content creation has been good for me. This is TikTok. Let's go to Facebook. I have been able to get people to follow me on Facebook, and I always get very good engagement. This one is my account, has 76,000 followers, right? I also have an Instagram profile. If you go to Instagram, I have an Instagram profile again. And this also helps me to actually uh, interact with individuals over here. It's basically very, very good. So this is Facebook, Instagram. I also have a LinkedIn profile. It's still growing, and it's good for me. You know, Nanga, from time to time, I'm always getting clients. Like if you look at my messages, obviously, unapata tu mzee anakuulizia, like this one is from today. Someone is asking for a website. Yeah. I also have a Telegram channel. So this channel itself is basically where I get to share information on what I do. Like if I want to probably engage with people directly on a daily basis, this is a Telegram channel I actually get to use. And it's also very, very good. All this has been achieved by just creating consistent content. I recently actually did start a blog. Those guys who are asking about Medium, if you're asking about Medium, there's a platform I normally use called Medium. This is where I actually get to publish blogs. Very good. Nimeanza juzi tu, and it's good for me. Like if you start writing some blogs hapa na pale, within no time you're actually going to be ahead. All right. I also have my
Is
own
it free or
personal.
you must pay for it? The Medium, is it free or you must pay for it?
That one is free.
Okay.
Yeah. But I don't know. For me, I normally pay for it because I just read. But you can start writing for free. You can start writing. You can start writing for free. Just use Medium. It's going to be very good for you. So I use Medium itself. All right. And then it's ni kitu inaweza kusaidia. So I also have my own personal website. Yenye I normally share. I also write some blogs over there. And I also teach. I also teach at the same time. You see, the idea with content creation is that you create content that provides value to people. When you're able to provide value to people, they can easily trust you and they can actually get to buy from you. That is the main thing about content creation. But over and above, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for being part of today's session. I hope this really impacts you. Mimi nikianza TikTok, I think, let me look for the first videos. Let me go to my first videos on TikTok. So I want to show you the first video I ever posted on TikTok. Naona jamaa kwenye sura ilikuwa this one was on the this one is on the 13th of May 2022. This was the video itself. This was my first ever video. Kidogo nika upgrade nikafika hapo hivyo. I was able to get here. This was all content creation. Nikafika hapa. Yeah, I started doing content like this. I got this. This one was 17th of June. Then I moved on to this. So you can see that there is always a story behind it. And I tend to think that you can also create and craft your own story. Ikifika ligi that I've been able to get to such a point, that I've been able to get to a point where I have like a good following. And as you can see this is really something that I think you can also get to do. I used to get like 100 views. Nilikuwa napata like 100 views. But right now, if I go to my analytics, let me go to my analytics to one. You can see that on a weekly basis, it's like 1.1 million views. 9,400 people are actually viewing my profile, 73,000 likes. I'm getting like 3,000, this is 3,800 comments per week. My videos are getting shared by like 2,400 times. And this is very good. You can even see the people that are actually following you. You can even see the videos, the content that is performing so well. You can see this. This is basically the power that you have with social media. You can also get to see your viewers. Yeah, you can also get to view your followers. Currently, I'm at 435,000 followers. Oh, I wasn't aware of that. And this is something that has really helped me. It has helped me get clients, And yes, we'll be talking about how you can actually get paid through content creation. Over and above, thank you everyone for being part of today's session. Now, tomorrow you've been able to learn a thing or two. So I'm really hoping you've been able to grasp a thing or two. To my students who are actually part of the graphic design bootcamp, to Patane Kesho, that's important. But over and above, I really hope you've learned something. As you sleep, ponder upon what we've talked about. It's good that you get to learn. Network. We will also be having regular networking sessions, that is virtual networking sessions, where you come and join in, unapiga story, unasema unafanyanga kazi gani, you say you this and this and this. Be very simple, be very short, network, get to understand what other people do. Thank you guys for being part of this session tonight, and I'm hoping to have you in our sessions that are actually starting soon. Thank you, and have yourselves a good night. Asante.